Okay, so this is how you program a basic line following program. Yeah, good sentence there. So anyway, so this is a move brick, and as you can see on the move brick, you've got several options down there when you select on it. You can select which ports you want the move icon to be following, so like, ports B's and C's, the direction and so forth, the duration, all of that jazz. I've just set it to unlimited. The power level is just above that, and it's currently at 75, but it can be at really any level that you want. But once again, remember, when you're doing line following, slow and steady wins the race. So I'm going to change this down here to seconds, and I'm going to change it to about zero point 0.5 seconds, and that's for a very specific purpose. So just remember, if you accidentally click off the icon, you can just click back onto it again to be able to access it. But anyway, programming wise, this is the first brick on the program, so this is the first thing that it's going to run. The robot will work sequentially, so one block after the other. Anyway, I'm going to delete that there though, because here's what you need to have any line follower. You need a switch. Now a switch works where either based on a set of conditions, one thing will happen or another thing will happen. So here at the moment it's set to a touch sensor. If the touch sensor is pressed in, the top line will happen. If it's pressed out, the bottom line will happen. Okay, so you can change the switch to be a variety of different things. So obviously we want it to be on a light sensor. That light sensor is connected to port 3 or whatever port that you're using for your robot. And if you can see down the bottom there, the comparison can either be less than or greater than. So I'm going to change it to less than and less than that particular rating. So what it means that on the top line, if it's less than the value you select, this is what will happen. And what I want it to happen is that if the light sensor sees a value of less than 50, 40, whatever, I want the robot to move forward, because that means it's seeing a black line, so it's going to go forward along it, but only for a very short amount of time, and this is very important, and you'll see why. I've set the power to 75 up there and duration of 0.5 seconds, but you probably want to set your power to a little bit less. So now down on the bottom line of the switch, so if it sees something that's too bright, so it's lost the line, what I want it to do is I want the B engine to run, which since the B engine's on the left, it means it's going to go forward and turn right. So as you know, if the left engine goes, it turns right, right engine goes, it turns left. So that means that basically if it's lost the line, I want it to turn left until it finds it again. Because what will happen is that it will finish that particular program, and then it will, well, the switch is actually going to end, but we're going to put something in a little bit later, or right now, called a loop, which means that whatever is inside the switch will happen over and over and over again. So what it means that is, if it sees the black line, it goes forward, and then it's going to check again. Am I still seeing the black line? Yes, I am. So I'm going to keep on going. Okay? Or if I don't, I'll turn left, and then I'll keep on going again and again and again until I see it. So you can set the condition on how long that loop goes for several different ways by clicking that icon right there. So you can set it for unlimited, which is what I've done there. You can set it to go for a certain amount of time. That's up to you. In any case, something else that's very important is saving your program. Make sure that when you save it in your H drive, save it to a thumb drive, save it somewhere where you know it will be. So I'm creating a new folder for robotics programs, and I'm going to save my file in there, and I'm going to give it a sensible file name. Okay, my file name is going to be line follower. Your file name should probably be your group names and then line follower, so that I know whose group it is and what program it is when you submit it. Okay, so I've saved it to the H drive right there, and I'm going to click that button to download it to the robot, making sure the robot is connected via USB and turned on when you do it, and it downloads the program, and then I'm going to test it. Enjoy.